We're waiting to see if it gets on first. Carla said that it takes them a few minutes to get on, so.
Okay.
Clocks, everybody's clocks are a little bit different or something, so. Anyway, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Mary.
I'm Linda.
Sisters in the kitchen. So, we're going to be making biscotti this morning. It's cranberry, Pistachio, how do you say this?
Pistachio.
Pistachio, yeah. I'm going to do two. I'm going to half the dough and do one on chocolate chip and nut, and the other one cranberry. So
that sounds good.
Yeah. I'm hoping that it is. Well, I have made it. We like them. I like to dump my coffee in them.
Yeah, Mike likes biscotti with coffee too.
I like that. So, let me see. Let me move that sugar out of the way. I've got butter in here. I've done cream. I've tried to cream it a little bit before we got on camera.
I'll go ahead and get the dry.
All right.
Started.
And then I'm going to add some sugar. Well, let me get my... Okay. Here's the sugar. And I'll cream that. Whew, that's that fine sugar. It's almost like powder. Isn't it? Have you noticed that?
Yes.
You noticed that, Linda? That imperial sugar, it's so fine. Whenever I put it in there, it's like smoke comes up because it's powder.
It did that with me
real fine.
Making cookies the other day.
Yeah. And these, I'm not cracking these. Oh, I guess I will because these are eggs. I just got them yesterday, but still, I'm putting some eggs in here.
I'm going to get me a salt box, Mary. Next time I'm in the store, I'm going to look for one. I know everybody probably thinks I'm so crazy because I take salt out of my salt shaker. And
Well, I do the same thing.
Box.
I do the same thing. All right. I'm going to beat I beat one egg at a time. And Linda, what are you putting she's mixing the flour, baking powders, and salt.
Yep, and I've got it whisked together. I think I've got it whisked together good, Mary.
I like to put my stuff.
And Mary sifts her flour before you put it in the canister,
I sift my flour when I take it out of the bag to put in the canister. I sift it before I put it in the canister.
You got your oven on, right?
I've got the oven preheated to 350. And Linda, we forgot to tell them the other day about the lady about the Christmas list. Today is the day for the Christmas list.
Yes. And
that's strong. I'm not going to put no more than that.
And we have we've read and we've reread and we've gone back and made notes on them, and we got some finalists, right, Mary?
Yeah, we did.
Lift this.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
You ready for it?
Yeah. This is a baking soda. Not baking soda, baking powder and salt. Go ahead.
You need a scraper for me to scrape
I got
that
one
down?
right here.
Oh, okay. Ready for some more?
Yeah, just put it all in there because I don't want to beat it too long. The longer you beat flour, the tougher it is.
Yeah, get over. We had fun making cookies yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
Well, that's what we're making today, too.
Well, I don't know if you call this...
different kind of cookie.
Yeah. I'm not fancy like Linda.
Oh, yeah, your stuff is delicious. We got a bunch of containers filled with cookies, so we're going to be making up cookie boxes later, aren't we, Mary?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to Try to get some of this off. Okay.
Let me set this down here. You're gonna
Yeah, I'm
break
gonna
those
scrape.
off.
Yeah, I'm gonna scrape some of that off.
I'm gonna get the snips there.
Okay. Oh, that cord was wrapped around.
Acrobats here.
I kind of got the camera in a different position than we normally do because we're going to sit at the table, and the table's behind us. So I thought we'd just film from that direction.
You're cooking those on that cookie sheet over there,
I
that
am.
baking sheet.
Yeah, but I got to use the mat first. To
Okay.
Put it out on.
Getting ahead of you.
Yeah.
I've never made these, so.
Well, I like to have them with coffee. And Braden, my grandson, he likes them. All right, Linda, if you'll take that, please. I thought I seen a little piece of it
I'll
fall.
get it.
Okay. So, well, this morning it was cloudy and misty. I don't really think it was misty, or I don't think that it was actually a mist. I think it was from the fog.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
We're supposed to have another little cool front come through.
Yeah.
And maybe some stormy weather tomorrow night.
Yeah. Come on.
You want me to move the sugar, or do you need
No,
this
I'm
one?
through with it. Thank you, Linda.
You've got the vanilla and everything in it too,
I've got
right?
everything. Yeah, I need it.
Do you need the knife?
I need the knife.
Look
Yeah.
out here.
So now I'm going to. I'll need a little bit of flour, Linda.
Oh, okay.
Just a little bit to dust my mat here. I just need to dust it just a little bit. And I'm going to half this dough.
Is that enough, or you need more?
A little bit more. That's probably enough. I'm going to half the dough because I'm adding chocolate chip in one side and cranberry on the other. So
I didn't know if you did that or not. Do you usually wipe wet under to make
I
it
don't.
stay?
It's
It
pretty
keeps.
much-
Does yours stay?
Yeah.
Okay, mine doesn't.
Okay.
Probably because it's a different counter.
Yeah.
Different kind of counter.
Okay. I forgot. I'm putting pistachio. I can't hardly see it. But I shelled them things last night.
Oh my goodness, that's right. You bought the ones in the
Yeah.
hole.
I couldn't find them already shelled. And then I chopped them up.
They smell good.
So, and now Braden did eat some of my nuts. He said that was his favorite kind of nut.
I love pistachios.
Yeah.
I made pistachio bundt cake for my neighbors a couple of times,
Have
a
you?
sugar-free one,
Yeah.
and put pistachios with a glaze on top of it.
I'm going to half this. I halved it, but then I forgot I didn't have the nuts in it. So I'm gonna mix it up and then half it
That's
in.
a nice dough, Mary.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Makes a nice little. Just gotta mix that up good.
I love that bowl
Yeah.
scraper to do that. You never thought you could use that to
I
mix
know
with,
it. I know it,
but
but I
it's
do.
really good to mix with. Did I take your spatula away?
That's okay. I can use this. I'm used to.
What did you do with it?
I put it in the sink, I think.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. I didn't see it.
Okay. I'm gonna put half of it down here. Okay. Now I'm gonna put cranberries. I think I've already got the cranberries out.
You do.
Yeah. I'm gonna I done wash my hands, but I just don't do it again. I just cause I know I'm putting my hands in there.
That looks really pretty.
I'm just gonna. I do if you're making it all the
It's
same.
kind of a sticky dough too,
It is
isn't
sticky.
it?
It is sticky. That's why I need a little flour.
You need a little more?
If you don't mind, Linda, I might. It doesn't take much.
I'll just put you a little out here.
Okay.
You need to drag it in there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you just form a log. You just make a log.
Oh, okay. So you make a log with it.
Yeah. kind of press it together and make a little small log.
Tell
Now-
y'all something funny. We're going to show y'all after a while, but
What?
Mary was leaving yesterday. She'd already backed out of the driveway,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I got some of my Pampered Chef items that I'd ordered, and we just thought they were all Pampered Chef. I hadn't been outside. I was still in the kitchen, and Mary drove off, and Mike brought the stuff in, and there was a box that wasn't Pampered Chef.
I seen that box, but I figured it's Pampered Chef.
And I said, "This is for me and Mary," and I told Mike, I said, "I'm going to call her real quick so she can come back." Mike said, "She's not going to come back." I said, "Oh, yes, she will,
Yes,
sir."
I will.
I know my sister. So I called Mary. I said, "We got a box." So she was just down the street. She
Yeah.
hadn't even got to the road yet. She's still on our little road. That's so cute.
So, it looks small, but it, you can move the camera. Would you, Linda? I got my hands. I don't want to get my hands on it.
Just closer to you.
Well, no, you could just tilt it. Now put it back down on the floor. All right.
I'm not good with this. If you are,
Okay.
Mary.
Anyway,
Can
just
you
hand
see
me
it?
Yeah, I think they can. Hand me the pan, please.
Sorry, y'all.
That's all right.
So you cook it in a log.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You keep it 25 minutes like that. Now I'm going to add the, it's about, you make it about 1 inch wide, maybe, about 1 inch tall, and probably, what is that, about 12 inches long. However thin you want them, but that's about how I do mine.
Okay.
And then I'm going to add chocolate chips.
And we'll show
And
y'all
this-
what we got in the box in a little bit.
Yeah, I've got the little mini chocolate chips that I'm putting in this.
Those are so cute. I love the little ones.
Yeah. I'm going to get that.
And these are semi-sweet.
And that's when, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen the milk chocolate ones and the mini ones. Have you? I
That
don't
is,
think I have.
no, I hadn't.
I should get that big.
I need a little bit more flour, please,
For you?
Linda.
Okay.
Just a little bit more. I'm just chopping that.
Mary think I'm rationing her flour.
I just, and with Braden's been spending the week with me while Linda was in New York. They're coming home today. And I told him I had some biscotti. And he ate one. He said, "It's pretty good, but where's the chocolate chip ones?" Because the last time he had was chocolate chip. Okay. So. You can, whatever you want. If you want chocolate chip or coconut, or you want to use pecans.
You can use almonds. There's
Yeah,
a lot
almonds.
of things you can put in.
Yeah.
Are you through with this?
I'm through with the bow, Linda. And I don't think I divided the dough exactly even. So this is going to be a little bit bigger.
That's okay. That'll be more for Braden.
Yeah.
That is so cute.
I kind of thought that I didn't half it, but I'm not as picky as Linda. I didn't weigh it like she does. I'm telling you, you can eyeball it and it'd be just about as good. It might not be perfect, but all right.
Okay, let me get your pen.
Yeah, I'm gonna show them. Well, there. Now I gotta wash my hands before I pick that up. I touched the camera.
If you put that bench scraper back over there, Mary, on the counter, if you need it to help pick it up.
Okay. I used I did use the big one,
The cake
Yeah,
lifter.
that's what I did,
That's what
yeah.
you need, right?
Yeah, I do that, but I can do it. Just kind of straighten it up. Like I said, I didn't half this dough, or they would have been the same. But I did kind of want more chocolate chips. All right. And if you want them thicker, You can do them thicker, but that's the way I'm doing mine because I didn't want them any thicker than this. And I'm going to put them in the oven for 25 minutes. And I put parchment paper. I put parchment paper down on my cookie sheet.
I'll clean this up, Mary.
What's all that?
I'm gonna scrape that.
I'm gonna be using this in a few minutes, so
you don't
don't put it in the water.
Don't want me to grab it.
I'm gonna tell you something.
I'm as bad as Mike.
I know. Used to. I've learned it now, and I don't drink Coke now. But used to, I would be drinking a Coke, and if I set that Coke down and I wasn't through with it, and it wouldn't be long, I'd look around and my Coke would be gone. Mike would be thrown in the trash. And Thanksgiving when we was over there, it was somebody's tea sitting there. And he said, "Mary, do you think they're through drinking their tea?" I said, "I don't know, Mike. You better wait and let me ask him because he was fixing to throw it away." So anyway, we're through with this. So you don't leave nothing laying around. That's for sure. If it has to be washed, he's gonna wash it, or if it needs to go in the trash. So throw that away, please. We'll wipe this up. We'll clean this up later. So.
It's kind of funny. And he don't mean no harm by it. He just likes to get things cleaned up fast.
Just ready to get it cleaned up. Ready for you to get like you putting the stuff in the car before I ever even knew what happened to it. Wanting it all gone.
Well, we were trying to be efficient.
Yeah, I know. Okay, all right, we're through with this.
I don't think I got that lid on there good, Mary.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So do we need to set the timer?
Yes. I forgot. 25 minutes, and we'll check it. All right. Now, did you want to sit down and show them what we got yesterday?
Yeah.
I was so surprised. She called me and she said, "Mary, we got something in the mail for both of y'all," and she said, you want me to just bring it tomorrow?" I said, "No, I'm coming. I'm turning around. I'm coming back. I want to see what it is." And I was glad I did too. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. Okay, so we're going to move the camera.
Yeah. Just go ahead and sit.
You want me to get over here to the back?
Yeah, we're just going to sit. Don't matter where you sit. I'm just moving the camera. I'm trying to avoid picking this camera up.
Your table runner is so pretty.
Oh, well, thank you. I still hadn't got decorated, y'all. I'm going to. I mean, I got a few things, but not like what I'm going to do.
This was wrapped so nice.
I guess I can pull it a little closer so they can see better.
Had a note on the top not to cut far down into the box because, when you have a box cutter, you're going through to cut it. And so I was very, very careful opening it. And let's see, you can show them yours.
Okay. This is mine. It's got my name on it. Isn't that beautiful? It's got little bit, that's a little Christmas tree.
It's so detailed.
Looks a lot like a little gingerbread.
The felt cutouts are pots and pans.
And this is looks like a boiler and a
teacup or a gravy boat or boiler and a skillet.
There's another little tree. Isn't that beautiful? He had it stuffed so nice.
I want to show you. They're both just alike, except mine's got my name on it. And even the card. And thank you very much, Steve. These are, he even had them stuffed like you would stuff a boot to hold its shape.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous. We will treasure these always.
Absolutely.
And had a nice note and a little letter that he wrote. The little cookie cutters that he's got on here. And even on the hanger, he's even got a cutest little bell.
That's a little ornament. Mine's ornament. Is yours ornament?
Ornament, yeah. And a cute little name tag on there.
I'm gonna leave the name tag on there. I am too. And put his name on there.
Absolutely.
Who gave it to me.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
From the bottom of our heart.
That's the best, the prettiest stocking I've ever had.
And a beautiful Christmas card.
Yes.
So thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve.
And we will always remember you and always treasure this. He said he watches us on his lunch hour, Mary.
Oh, that's right.
I thought that was so sweet and so kind.
Yeah.
And
then this is a card.
Is the $50 Walmart card to go in the Christmas wish list box. And this is from I guess we'll just say her first name, Renee, in Utah. So thank you very much, Renee, for your kindness. And this will go in the box. And we have, like Mary said, we have picked out some finalists, and we're going to decide today, make some phone calls,
right?
Because we have to, there's a couple of questions we need to
ask a few questions, and we'll get in touch with you. I just wonder if they can see us. You go ahead and talk.
So I was thinking, every time I hear a Christmas song, I'm moving on to something else now, but every time I hear a Christmas song, Mary, especially It Came Upon a Midnight Clear, Oh Little Town of Bethlehem, my mind goes back to when we were kids at First Pentecostal Church on Douglas Highway in Nacogdoches, our hometown, and we had our little Christmas play. Nothing like what churches put on today. Churches put on productions today that are very elaborate costumes. The sets are elaborate. This was a very little humble church, and we just made do with whatever you had at home. They didn't buy costumes. They used sheets and made little halos for the angels, and it was very simple.
Right. Well, our church still, the little kids, they still do put on a little Christmas program every year, and they have all that, and they do a really good job, but we don't have as many little children now. They're all most of them's teenagers or older.
Big.
So, so we don't have the same kind as what we did when they was little, but I've got a video of Braden at one of his when he was little.
So funny, isn't
hey,
it?
The kids, every year there's one kid that steals the show. Braden stood up there when they were singing and the little Christmas cards, and he was just twisting from one side to the other and never steal a minute. And it was so cute, and of course his mother and daddy wanted him to be still, and I thought, just leave him alone. He's having a good time, So anyway,
so
but people has more money nowadays and more, to go on the internet and find out where you can get these costumes and things. So it is a lot different than it was when we were growing up.
Our church does the drama and usually a
they're
big program.
Yeah, they do.
And there's nothing wrong with that at all. But it's fun to reminisce about simpler times when things were not.
It was a big deal for us. It was a big deal for us.
It was something that we grew up with, and it was a very good memory.
Right.
I don't know if I can look at the comments on this phone and see if we can try to see if anybody's got any questions.
You should be able to.
I may and I may not. Without the thing playing, I don't want the thing to play. I just want to look at the comments.
Oh no, you can do it.
Okay.
It brings it up.
Is this in here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
See
right.
if there's any comments.
Yeah, see it.
Well,
that's what I was afraid of, that it would bring it up. We don't want to be listening to ourselves and get the feedback from it.
Well, there they are.
Okay.
We're just going to see if y'all had any questions, because we got a few minutes while the Biscotti is cooking. I started to do another cookie while we were waiting on those, but I decided not to. It would just
It's still,
rush
I hope
me a
they're
little
not
bit
going to
more.
get feedback from this. I'm going to turn the volume off.
Okay.
The mixer that we used yesterday, the hand mixer, is Pampered Chef.
Yes.
We've had several people ask about that.
It's battery operated. It's a nice mixer. It's just I have it. I had to put it up. I got so much stuff, and it's just not convenient for me to get it out every time.
Okay, I don't know if sometimes you don't see all the comments at the beginning.
You don't.
So
it don't ever go back. If you wonder sometimes why we don't answer all the comments, once we get off a video and get back on, it doesn't go back to the very beginning. And then next time we get on it, we'll see that there's some new ones on there when it actually wasn't new. But I don't know how Facebook does it. They add it different times.
And this is let's see,
different ways.
The racing pins that you use. The racing pins are friction, and they're by Pilot. And one of our viewers actually sent us both a package of them. We use them all the time.
And somebody texted me yesterday and asked what was the name of the erasable pens. I was driving when you texted me, and I read it, but I couldn't answer you.
You better not be telling off on yourself. You're not supposed to be reading text.
And then when I got home at 4:30, I left here at 7:15 yesterday morning, and I didn't get home to 4:30 because I had to go pick up Braden, and then I'd take him, get him something to eat. And I got to looking for it last night. I could not find your text. I don't know, because there's about 4 different places that we get messages and texts, and I couldn't find your text. So I hope that's the lady that was texting me yesterday about these erasable pens. I hope you got your answer. I hope that you're the one, because I couldn't find your text. To your question.
Maybe this was the lady. That
I hope so.
You can get them at Walmart, or if you order from Amazon, or you can get them at Target. Not everybody carries them, and you can get packages that are just black, or you can get the colored.
Blue.
I'm a old school person. I love color coding stuff.
Yeah.
So I like the colored ones too. Someone asked about what did I put something on. She said tea cakes, but I think she was talking about yesterday. We didn't do the sugar crinkles on the show.
No, but we did. We did the peppermint on the shortbread.
Okay, so what I put on top of it, I had my pastry mat down, and this dough was very crumbly, and so I had to work with it. And I put a piece of freezer wrap. I use Stretch Tight. That's what I use, either Stretch Tight or Freeze Tight.
Now that was for the pies, the cookie dough, wasn't it?
Yeah, the cookie dough for the pies. I put a piece of the plastic wrap, and I use the Freeze Tight because it's thicker than the Stretch Tight. And then I put the silicone mat, the Pampered Chef silicone mat on top of that Stretch Tight, and I rolled it, and it was really made a difference in rolling it. Okay. And I'm going to do that from now on, especially if it's cookie dough that's real fragile or crumbly or something.
Keep it from sticking.
So hopefully I answered your question on that.
She wasn't talking about the coating the tip of that shortbread. That was white chocolate. It was bark.
What did I put on it before I rolled it?
Oh, okay.
I think that's what she was talking about, but I might be wrong.
Okay.
But yes, we did the coating on the shortbread.
And I went to get some of that peppermint dust, and they didn't have any more.
I told you could have my extra bag.
That's okay. I know how to make it.
I know it's hard as everything to make too. Somebody asked us, could you do it in a food processor? It won't work in a food processor. No, I tell you
what I do. I put it in a bag and beat it. I put it in a Ziploc bag, and I beat it. I beat it with my meat palette.
I was going to show them the containers of cookies, but I haven't brought them in yet.
Oh, okay.
You've got yours over there.
Yeah.
Let's see. The best fudge recipe to make. There's lots and lots and lots of fudge recipes.
That's what I was going to make, and I've got everything to make it with, but I make it with the marshmallow cream, or either marshmallows, cocoa, sugar, and butter, and pecans.
I'm sorry, Mary, I interrupted you, but Valerie said she was the one that asked about the friction pans.
Good. I'm glad you got your answer. I looked for that text, and I could not find it.
The Sil Pats or silicone pats or mats, those are from Peppered Chef, and y'all may hear us say Sil Pats or silicone mats. It's the same thing. It's just I usually say Sil Pats, and the ones that we use were from Peppered Chef. Okay. Is it okay to use raisins and or currants? I guess that's in the biscotti.
Yes. You can. Yes, you can use raisins. I've eaten biscotti with raisins in it instead of the cranberry. You can pretty well put anything that's dried. You don't want to put no fresh or raw like strawberries or something. If you're using strawberries, it's got to be dried. You can't put fresh into this dough, because when you're cooking it, it's going to run into your dough. So no, anything dried, or like raisins or dried fruit, whatever you want to put in it.
So somebody asked, is curious why we don't attend the same church. And we've told this before.
Yeah.
We live 55 miles apart, which is not a long way, but it is a way.
It's a long ways when you're driving 3 days
back
a week.
and forth 3 or 4 times a week. And you know, I'm not, you know, everybody's got their own opinion and they can believe and say what they want to, and people do on these comments. Believe me, they do. They let us know when they don't like me. They let us know when they don't like Mary, and they usually take turns going back and forth. And I don't mean the majority. I mean just a few.
When people are on my case, Linda takes up for me and tells me, "Oh, don't pay any attention to it." And then when they're on her, I'll tell her the same thing. We support each other.
Yes, we do. But I belong to 2 churches in my life. I'm 73 and a half years old. It's the one that we went to when we were children, that we grew up in Jesus Name Tabernacle. And my husband was ill several years ago. He had a brain tumor removed, and he's had health problems. Y'all know he's very private. He doesn't like being on camera, and he has health problems from that. But we have watched our services online for long before COVID, long before most churches were broadcasting or live streaming their services. We watch our services online. It's the church that we support financially. When we need prayer, we call our pastor just like Mary calls hers. But most of the time, because Jesus Name Tabernacle is in Mississippi. It's not in Texas, but that has always been my home church since I was 16 years old, and that's where it will always be. So for those of you who want to judge me, go right ahead. Y'all are not my judge. God is, and He knows my heart, and He knows my husband's heart. So just so y'all know.
She's
and I'm
played the organ in the church for years and years and years.
I'm not justifying myself, because I don't have to justify myself to anybody. But that's why we don't go to the same church. Yeah.
My church is only 12 miles from my house. It's only 12 miles from my house. I've been my whole entire life, I've been to a lot of different churches, but it's because my husband was a union bricklayer, and we traveled with the company.
Where the work
and
was,
so wherever the work was, I just, I found a church to go to. But there's been probably, out of all the churches I've been to, there's been like 3 that I felt close to and felt a part of,
right? Because
I was at those places longer. Because I know I lived in Angleton 4 years at one time, and then 2 years another time. So the people in Angleton, it feels like family to me. And the people in Mississippi, a lot of them feels like family to me. Some of them are new since I left, because I left back in the 72. I left Mississippi in 1972. So the older people in Mississippi, I know at Linda's church, I do know. But my church that I go to now, I've been going there for 26 years. So wonderful church, and Linda has visited our church several times, and she has participated. She's helped us at different fundraisers and stuff. But it's just not where she can go all the time because of the distance.
And I did drive at night for a long time, but I don't like driving at night.
It's
now.
too far.
I just don't like driving at night.
Yeah.
But I hope that I didn't sound offensive when I said that don't judge me, because I know the sweet lady that made that comment wasn't judging me, but it's just Mary talks about her church a lot, and
I do, because it's my life.
Mary is like, one day she was like me, why don't you tell them? I guess I just felt like it was my business.
She doesn't like to talk about it, because you know why? Her heart is at church. She wants to attend. It's just not where she can. So.
Let's see, what else were we going to say? We are both the same faith. Mary's church is United Pentecostal. My church is not United Pentecostal, but all the ministers in there have UPC, are licensed with UPC.
I'm going to check that clock.
Including my pastor. Let's see, what else has somebody else said?
Turn that light on.
Okay. Fruitcake recipe. We have a video on the no-bake fruitcake recipe, so if y'all will key in the search bar, Pinky Malls and that, just make sure you're watching it on the correct page. let's see here. Yeah, we love giving cookies as gifts, and
we got a lot of them to give away tomorrow. I guess is that when you taking yours?
No, I'm taking mine this afternoon.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking them this afternoon. The there's
a gnat or something flying around here. Do you see that, or a mosquito? Or something?
Yeah, it looks like it maybe a little.
I didn't get it.
Most people in businesses that start getting treats during this time of the year, they start getting them right now.
Well, yeah, because you can't wait till the last week to give it to them because everybody they have so many treats they wouldn't be able to. So we're gonna take. You gonna take yours tomorrow? I'm taking mine tomorrow. She's taking hers today.
Some of them are today. The rest of them I'll take tomorrow. But these people that we're taking these treats to are people that we have post offices, people that have been so patient with us when we've had package after package after package to mail and had to call in people from the back to wait on other customers because they have just been so nice to us in getting these packages mailed and just people that have helped us with that are locally
sees us very often and knows
they know who we are when we're coming. They know they have work to do to get our stuff. Okay, let's see here if there's anybody else that's said anything that I can read.
I'm supposed to have not a dental, but an eye appointment Tuesday, and I called and told them I had to reschedule, and they haven't called me back to reschedule. I guess I'm going to call them again because I think I may have to have new glasses. My eyes I haven't had these but a year, but it's getting where I can't see very good with them. And I think, and Braden thinks I'm losing my hearing. I've had to have him to repeat himself 2 or 3 times.
This morning, I set timers for everything. I've always set timers. And for those of you, y'all know a little bit about Mike. You don't know a lot about Mike. Mike's memory is not good. And so I always have to remind him of things and different things. He doesn't have dementia. It's from the aftermath of the brain tumor. And this morning I set a timer, and the kitchen timer, and I didn't take it off, and I was in the bathroom trying to get dressed, and the timer's going off. Beep, 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 beep. And I was just driving me crazy. And Mike is 20 feet or less from the kitchen, and he's sitting there drinking a cup of coffee and can't hear a thing because he doesn't hear.
He is very hard hearing.
He cannot hear. And so I threw my clothes on and ran through the house and into the kitchen, and he was like, "What is wrong with you? You act like something's on fire." And I said, "Can't you hear the buzzer beeping?" He said, "All you had to do is ask me, and I would have went in there and turned it off." And I said, "You wouldn't have heard me."
I'll tell you what, when you start getting old, I'm telling you, used to when you're growing up, the husband and wife, they kind of, they were getting elder or whatever, and us kids, you hear them, I don't mean snap back at one another, but yet in a different tone than what you think they should be saying. It's because they're used to them not being able to hear or understand what you're saying. I understand it now because I have to have people repeat things to me all the time.
Mary, they love your trees.
What tree?
The little tree behind us. Is there a tree behind us that they can see?
I hadn't even got decorated. Once did I get that? But thank you. But I've got a set of those. I just hadn't got them out. I've got a lot of decorating. I have enough decorations to decorate 4 or 5 houses, but I'm not putting it all out. I'm going to get out.
Your yard's looking good. Chuck's got a lot of stuff in the yard.
I told Chuck, every day I add something different for him to do in that yard. The light pole, I haven't wanted him to change it. I didn't like where it was at. So he had to go buy some concrete and dig a hole and move the light pole. And so I asked Braden this morning when I carried him to school, I said, "Are you going to help Uncle Chuck this evening so he can get some more work done in the yard?" And he said, "Sure, I'll help you. What you want me to do?" I said, "Well, he'll let you know when you get home from school."
So a couple other things. One lady asked, would brownies make a good gift? They would make a very good gift.
Absolutely, brownies.
A lot of people don't know how to cook brownies because they overcook them.
Yeah,
so brownies would be a really good gift.
When I make brownies, I mean, it's almost like they're just like you do cookies. You don't cook them till they're you think that they're hard or firm.
Not like a cake.
No, you don't do that. Also, at Hobby Lobby, if you, I just bought these little boxes yesterday because my neighbors, it's just a couple of them. So I bought these little boxes. They're real cute.
so
Aren't they
cute.
cute? It says Merry Christmas
That'll
on
hold
it.
a lot more cookies.
It'll hold enough cookies to give a neighbor that's just two in the family. And so I'm going to give these little, take these little boxes of cookies.
Okay, a couple other things. Let's see here. Forgot one of them. We have people watching from Ireland. We have several people actually from watching from Ireland. So thank y'all for watching and everybody else. Okay, so I think I may have gone past one of these that I was going to answer. How long can you keep cookie dough in the refrigerator? You can Google it. I'm good with keeping cookie dough in there for a week. Does that sound about right for you? If
Yeah,
you're not
I wouldn't
going to cook them
I wouldn't leave
within
it in
a
there.
week,
I wouldn't leave it in there.
then I would freeze the cookie dough.
Yes.
And that's what I've said several times on here. Make your cookie dough ahead. Label your bag that you make sure it's wrapped real good. No air in the bag. And it should be a freezer bag, not a regular bag. And then take it out. And if you freeze it in sections, like divide your dough into thirds or something, and that way, say you've got some cookies to make that you want to take, you only take out one part of it. And that way you don't have to take everything out and unthaw it, and then you've got to cook it then after you unthaw it. So that's what I would do. The cookies that keep the longest that I make are shortbread, my regular original Scottish shortbread. Sandy's will keep forever, and the ginger cookies will keep.
And snickerdoodles will keep a long time. Because snickerdoodles is so easy to make, and the kids loves them. As a matter of fact, I'm making some this afternoon, and they'll keep in the container a long time.
And the rest, I would make the cookie dough up. That might not necessarily be the entire list, but that's what I'm familiar with. Make the cookie dough up and go ahead and put it in the freezer. And let's see, there was something else that somebody asked. Okay. We do still have cookbooks. Our inventory, I think, shows that we're out, but little Linda will get that updated when she gets back. So we do have cookbooks. We got a new shipment in the other day, this week actually. And so if you want to order a cookbook, go to www.pinkymallskitchen.com. There are no spaces, no punctuation marks, just www.pinkymallskitchen.com. And let's see here.
I'm going to show them these.
Okay.
I just got them out of the oven. And you can tell the one that I made, the biggest one, the chocolate chip. Now I've got to let them set for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to cut them in half. And then I'll show you whenever we get back, whenever.
Okay, they want to know how they make sure that they're on the correct site. Now, there's 2 or 3 ways you can do this. If you want to make absolutely sure that you're on the right site, go to our website, www.pinkymallskitchen.com. It's going to have this logo on it. That's our logo. Scroll down till you get to the social media icons. The Facebook icon is a little blue box, and it has an F for Facebook in the middle. You touch on that, and that's going to take you straight to our Facebook page.
And that's where our videos are.
And that's where our videos are. That is the only authorized Facebook Pinky Malls page.
Right.
If you're watching on another one, or if you belong to a group, those are knockoffs and people that like to take something that doesn't belong to them.
Right.
So, and you can also, this is a little more trickier, but if you scroll down, you can see how many followers we have. You can see when the site was created. Ours was obviously created before all these knockoffs because we are the original ones that started it. So, but if you want the easiest way to make sure you're on the right page, go to our website and click on the the Facebook icon. Okay, let's see here. It seemed like there was another question. Do you need me to go ahead and move that over there, Mary?
No, I'm going to wait about 2 minutes.
Mike does fine. As long as he stays in his routine, he's fine. He does have some health problems and he does have some bad days, but he does good compared to where he could be.
Right. I mean, he's a miracle. That tumor was the size of a grapefruit.
Yeah.
The size of a grapefruit that was on his brain.
And that's been a long time ago.
It's been a long time ago, but a lot of prayers went up, and he's
the waiting room was full the day of his surgery.
Sure was.
It was completely full of people, and we had prayer chains all across the United States.
Yes.
Carla was manning the phones that day. I'll never forget it. It was one of the worst ice storms that East Texas had ice storms that East Texas had ever seen. Yeah. Okay, let's see if somebody. Oh, divinity. We have made divinity before.
Yes. And I've got a recipe that's quick and easy. I was looking at the cookbook. I was thinking about making that too, but it's just so much time. I was thinking about that Sloppy Joe dip that I made last week for the ladies. Everybody raved over that Sloppy Joe dip.
I know that was really
I thought about
good.
doing that, and I may do that next week, that Sloppy Joe dip. It was really good.
The divinity recipe that I use when I make divinity is in our cookbook.
That's what I was going to say. I thought it was.
And it is a recipe that I got out of a magazine probably 35 years ago. I burnt up several mixers trying to make divinity.
I'm not good. And another one I was thinking about was pralines.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna make some pralines.
I'm not going
for Christmas.
there. I've made pralines before, and
I am.
they're also very tricky to make. And
they are.
I have made them, but I'm not going to make pralines on. But divinity recipe, you cook the syrup twice, and that's what makes it different. And I've never made it using this recipe that it didn't work.
I'm gonna see if I can't get this camera over here.
Ooh, that looks nice, Mary.
So I'm going to cut it.
Oh, so that's how you do it. You cut it in half.
Well, I don't think the actual recipe says cut it in half, but I do. Because I don't want them so big.
Okay.
I'll get those off.
Yeah, those are going to be some big pieces.
Yeah, that's why I said. All right. It really makes more what you think it does. And then you just kind of cut it in diagonal pieces. The first one is not that big. And if you wanted it a longer, you wouldn't cut this down in the middle. If you wanted it longer,
like to be long, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, so.
But this is a good size, especially.
Yeah, I wanted them kind of small.
If you're doing a cookie box, or if you're you're taking it someone for gifts. Because at parties, there's always so much there.
Yeah.
And people want to sample everything.
Right.
And if you've got this cut in these big logs, well then, it's more than a sample.
Yeah, so if you want it bigger, longer pieces, you don't cut it in half. I may have to get another cookie sheet because you got to.
What are your sheets at?
Right here.
Oh,
To get
your
the parchment paper's down there on the bottom cabinet right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna move this over
This roll, Mary?
on the bottom. On the bottom. You see it? Parchment paper?
No, I don't.
It's right there in front of you. You picked it up.
Oh, okay.
It was a
I
roll.
thought you had sheets. I'm sorry.
I do have some sheets, but I've been using the roll. And after you cut them in half like this, you turn them over. The cut side. That's why I was going to have another sheet.
I cut it too big. You want me to tear some of it off?
Nah, that's all right. It'll be all right. Just, Linda, you can just pick some up.
Okay,
Just,
let me wash my hands.
you turn them over on the cut side, which are 2 cut sides, but you just cut them, just turn them over because we're going to put them back in the oven for 5 minutes. I'm trying to make room for some the other over here is what I.
It smells so good, Mary. Those chocolate chips smells good. I think Braden,
Braden.
Braden's on something.
Yeah, Braden likes the chocolate chips. All right.
You want me to move this one, or are you gonna put a little more on it?
No, I think I can get it all on this one. And Biscotti really is longer, bigger than this, but I wanted them in small pieces. So just don't split them down the middle if you want longer pieces.
I like that size.
I like the smaller size.
This cranberries looks good too. Did they have anything good at TJ Maxx yesterday?
I didn't go to TJ Maxx.
Oh, you went to Tuesday morning?
Just Tuesday mornings and to Dillard's because I just got to, I don't know, somehow or another, I just got to feeling tired. So
well, I wonder why you're tired. You just worked day and night for the last
all right,
2 weeks straight.
All right, do you put them in the oven? We're going to put these in the oven now.
So you're going to use both shelves?
Well, I think I am, Linda.
Okay.
Because it's only 5 minutes.
Yeah, and it should be fine. That made a lot, didn't it?
Yeah, it makes more than you think it makes. Now, I've already got some white chocolate, the white chocolate chips. I'm going to microwave these. I'm going to microwave this. I drizzle white chocolate over the top. And I'm going to get a baggie to put the white chocolate in once I get it melted. Okay.
I set the timer for 5 minutes.
Okay, well, I'll take one of them off. I just want to melt that chocolate a little bit. Then I'll set it back for 4 minutes.
Okay.
You know, we got to take that white chocolate long. But it was cold, so I don't know.
I love the little drizzlers.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I had the hardest time getting that chocolate in there the other day. So I figured out I'm going to put it in the baggie and cut the tip off and put it down in there because I put it in there with a fork.
Okay. Well, I need to see how you're doing this because I've never done that before.
Well, I hadn't either. I just know it's got to work. It's going to work better than trying to put that chocolate down in here. Did I drop it? Because it's thick.
It hardens really quick.
And I couldn't get it in here fast enough. So I got it in there all right, but
yeah, it sets. It sets real quick.
Right. Okay. So we'll see. We'll see if my idea works, but I think it will. Let me see here. I think I will put it in a glass. Put this in a glass, and so it'll hold it.
Yeah, because it'll run out the tip too.
Yeah.
When you're filling something like this.
I'm hoping that it's just taking it longer to.
I guess the girls are going to be on their way home this evening.
Yeah.
I think they have a late flight back into Dallas. They've had a really good time in New York City. Oh, that's one thing. A couple of people asked why Mary and I didn't go. That's one of the questions they were asking. Well, my husband, who does not usually tell me what to do. Y'all know I have a very strong personality. But he was not happy about us going and possibly being exposed to something, to COVID, even though we're vaccinated. So he was just so worried about us going that I just decided that I wouldn't go, and Mary didn't want to go without me. So that's
I wasn't going without Linda. I mean, that was just, I wouldn't have had that I wouldn't have had as much fun, and I sure wouldn't have worried about her being home and not with me. So I wasn't.
And he's worried about the girls too. He's worried about them, but I just felt like that, you know, I didn't want to put him through that stress, so I just, you know, we made the decision not to go. Hopefully, Mary and I both have been to New York City. I've been several times. You've been.
I've only been once or twice.
And we love New York City, and it would have been really fun for us to be there with the girls, but we wanted them to go and wanted them to have a good time, and they have had a wonderful time.
I can't wait to hear all about it.
Yeah, they won't ever forget it, because I remember the first time I drove through New York City, and I remember the first time I was actually in the city, and I'll never forget either time. So they got to check off a lot of stuff off of their bucket list. And I know what Carla's going to do when she comes back. She's going to start trying to figure out how she can take her girls.
Yeah.
Especially Mindy, because Mindy's always wanted to go to New York City. Her oldest daughter.
This is white chocolate chips.
And it's pretty thick, Mary.
Yeah, it's thick. I may have to add a little bit of salt to it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put this.
You want me to hold it?
You can if you want to.
Instead of standing here.
That's all right. We don't have to do them all. This is chocolate I had left from the ones I did the other day.
That's got a big piece in it.
Oh.
Oh, maybe it didn't.
Well, I had a little piece in there. I'll probably have to heat some more, but I'm going to use this first. That's more than what will go in that little cylinder.
Yeah.
All right, that's not all of it. I've got to check these a little bit longer. I may have to. I cut this a hole in this. See now?
Yeah.
See, you see what I'm talking about?
It's too thick.
You get a fork and or a spoon or something and make it suck it on down in there. It just, you have to give it air. And I thought I could put it in there, because this is what I did the other day, and it just.
Is it dry? Is it draining down in there?
Yes, good. I know.
This is something Mama would do.
I know. That little thing will push it down in there, but then when you pull it out, it wants to come out with it. Maybe that'll get it on in there. I think I got it down in there,
think
Linda.
you did too.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I think it's been 5 minutes. Why don't you check on that?
Okay.
Put it right there.
Here?
Yeah. And they're supposed to
out
cool.
too,
Yeah, I imagine the other one ready too.
You want me to just set it on top?
Yeah, you're actually supposed to cool these 15 minutes.
You threw it in the oven, aren't you?
I am through, Linda. Thank you.
Okay.
And then I turn them over. And I just sprinkle it. And you're supposed to wait. I'm not going. We'll wait a few minutes, but we can't wait. 15 minutes. You have to. You're supposed to. This is kind of like the cream cheese that I tried to put on a hot cake. You kind of have to let this warm up, cool off a little bit. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on a few of them, and it will. This is real nice once you get it in there. Then you just.
It's a perfect size tip.
Yeah, it's perfect. But like I said, it's just getting it in there.
It's actually not even melting.
It ain't, is it?
No. That's good.
Just go back and forth.
That looks really good and it smells delicious.
Well, Biscotti is not real sweet, but this white chocolate sure does make up for it. And if you want to be fancy and make it all kind of swirlies. Now,
That looks real pretty.
that's not all of them, but that's how you do. You just use that little tip thing here. And honestly, if you want to, you can take a fork. Let me show you. Get some of this icing, some of this melted chocolate, and you can take a fork and just drizzle it. This is really too thick.
Yeah.
You probably need to add a little bit of heavy cream or milk in it, and it will thin it up. But you can actually do this with the fork when this is thinner. This is too thick.
It's prettier.
It's prettier with that little tip. Yeah. But I'm not gonna do any more of it. Putting in more of that tip. I'll do it off camera.
I think that's, yeah.
But if it was thinner, it would come off in just little strings.
It looks delicious.
You want to taste it?
Yeah, I do.
Which one you want to taste?
I just want a bite, just a little bitty one.
What do you want? You want to get one of the little small ones and put some frosting,
Yeah.
some icing on it? You can have as much as you want.
That's good. Thank you.
You don't want to want that?
No, that's good.
Which one did you get? Chocolate chip.
I did get a chocolate chip. That's delicious.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like
very
them too. I've been eating a lot of things that I shouldn't be eating lately, so I've got to get back on it. When my health starts telling me you're doing wrong, Mary, then you have to slow down on what you've been doing. And I've been eating too many bad things for me. For my health requires different things.
That's really good.
Thank you, Linda.
I'll eat that other bite in a minute. I'm not going to waste it. I just don't want people watching me eat. Keep eating. Y'all think Mary don't eat anything, and I
do.
I eat it all. I pig out on it.
No, I eat plenty. I eat too much, and that's why that it affects me. But anyway, we appreciate y'all watching us this morning, and I know this was just a little simple recipe, little simple snack, but that's just what I wanted to do this morning, so that's what I done.
And also for our members, we will have little Linda will get the recipes posted. What we did yesterday that wasn't already on there. The little mini pies and the fig pies and the sugar crinkles and then the shortbread.
Yeah, and then Monday morning we'll have some new recipes up that we're going to be doing for the next week.
Yeah.
So
thank y'all.
We're going to choose a name and come back. We'll come back live, but it may not be today. We have said we're doing the drawing today. We have got to make some phone calls because we've got some questions to ask about the ones that we've chosen several, and then we got to make some phone calls and narrow it down to the winner. So maybe tomorrow you can get on and announce it,
Okay.
or
It may be tomorrow afternoon.
okay, that'd be fine.
One of us will get on and tell y'all who the winner was.
Yeah.
So thank y'all all for everyone that sent something in. They were all very heart touching
and wish we could send all of you one, but we really got a lot of entries. So
We did.
we love y'all and we appreciate y'all tuning in with us today. I'll be on my other page tomorrow. Are you going on your page tomorrow?
I'm probably going to go on just a minute this afternoon, and
Okay.
maybe tomorrow too. Depends, but I will be on either today or tomorrow, or maybe both.
My next drawing is tomorrow. My next giveaway is tomorrow. So check out our other pages, and we appreciate y'all so much.
We love y'all so much.
Y'all
Thank
have
you
a
for
good
watching
day.
us.
Count your blessings
Yes.
every day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.